works, right? I love apples. You say you hate oranges? That's not what I said. I'm saying I want Antonio Gibson to stay a part of the offense, and more specifically, I want to use his skill set in a more exciting way. I'm not saying Brian Robinson is anything less than awesome. Let's look at Brian Robinson's last 2 games. 18 carries, 105 yards. 21 carries, 96 yards. Pretty good. All right? You're averaging over 100 yards per game over his last 2. That is about as much of a bell cow back as you'll see in most modern NFL offense. Right? There's not a lot of Derrick Henrys or Josh Jacobs this year out there, right? There's just not many offenses that even allow for it. And I think it's important to remember that Robinson had earned his way into being the number 1 back in Washington before he had to deal with, the situation involving an attempted robbery and being shot. And I don't mean to say it so casually, but it is what it is. The interesting part is, over the last 2 games, Robinson also had 2 catches in each game, including a touchdown catch where he ran over a dude. So he was effective with those 2 catches, but the last 2 games where Robinson's really become what everyone hopes he's going to become, he's had 4 catches over those 2 games. That's what all those stats and numbers that I just spewed meant. He had 4 catches over the last 2 games. Antonio Gibson had 5. That is only 1 less catch than Antonio Gibson for Brian Robinson. I don't like that, right? Gibson has 9 carries in each game. I'm fine with that, right? I don't want Robinson taking 30 carries a game, so I'm fine with giving 9 to Gibson. But I also want to make sure Antonio Gibson's pass-catching ability is used to the best of its ability. 4 catches a game, 4.5 catches a game for the running backs as a whole, that's not enough. When you have someone like Heineke, and just about all of the callers we've had that have talked about Heineke have talked about getting rid of the ball fast, have talked about avoiding sacks, have talked about getting him on the move. All of those things are benefited by having a running back that can catch and can be effective out of the backfield. And Gibson is that dude. Matter of fact, at times in college, you could call Gibson a wide receiver. So with the new commitment to the running game, that's really been I think,